This is the house on Eel. We're going to walk up the driveway from the back so you can see the back first. This is a pasture section. The little pink flags on the wire fence. This is a small pasture section that runs behind the house. Most of the pasture section is in front of the house. I'll show you this driveway here coming in. The listing agent said he believes this irrigation pump is shared between the two families, these two neighbors, because they do have pressurized irrigation here. The property line starts here pretty much at the end of this fence, and it comes across the road, and it's accessed by easement to that point, and then this whole 5+ acre parcel is at the very end of this road. This access road coming in is a mix of really nice homes and some smaller older homes, and it's kind of a mixed bag coming in, but it's a bunch of small acreage properties here. This one is a very nice home tucked at the very back of the subdivision. So it's very quiet, very private. Okay, so we'll walk up here. This is all part of the property here along the right side of the road. It's not really developed, but it's a really small section. Just looking across the backyard. All right, let's keep walking. The two big pastures are straight ahead. Okay, we have big double gates here accessing this front pasture section. They are irrigated. The back property line, if you can see it, there are little pink flag ties tied on the back wire fencing. This is looking back where we came from. That would be the well right there, the wellhead. Okay, so here is the dividing line between these two pasture sections. This is the second pasture section, and again it's all fenced off and irrigated too. They just did a dramatic price reduction on this home. It started at $550 and they lowered it down to $425 to try and blow it out because they've already moved out and moved into town. I guess the reasoning is that they wanted to be they live in a different part of the valley due to their work. So they've lowered the price to try and get it sold really fast. This is the shop building over here. We'll get to that in a minute. This is a parking area or turnaround, and again, that's part of the pasture section here. You can see across the two different pastures. Back over here is the pond. The agent told me that he believed that the pond was created when they excavated. They wanted to excavate and raise the elevation when they built the shop, and so they created the pond, he said, after they dug out everything they wanted to use for fill to build the pond, to build the shop. Try and see if I can get a better view here of the pond. Oh, fish jumping. I asked him how deep it was. He didn't know, but he said he could ask. He didn't think it was all that deep, but he believed that that they stocked it with fish. All right. Walking back around here. Again, just a different angle of the pond here. Dog kennels. This over here is another pasture section. And you can see the little red flag on the fence over there. So this is a little narrow pasture section that wraps around the house, and we saw the other side of that. This looks like part of the fill that they probably pulled out when they were trying to raise the elevation of the shop. Okay, we'll get a view of the back here. So here's a view of the backyard. This is looking across that pasture section where we started. Big covered rear deck. A patio. That's deck. And then looking across this way, you can see where this pasture section wraps around the red pink flag out there on the little wire fence. And then we're looking at the back of the shop.